What's up guys, welcome back to Shifting Lanes. My name is Gregson and today I'm taking my V70R, which has fresh new wheels, for a ride. You may have noticed if you watch this channel that I recently bought a BMW M3 and it hasn't really been on channel that much cause it's illegal in this state. Yeah. And today I'm gonna tell you why. So if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you see, please consider hitting the big red subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up at the end if you liked it. It really helps us out. This is my 2005 Volvo V70R. Pretty good chance if you were watching this video you know this car, but it's got some sweet new wheels, courtesy of Viva Performance. Well, not courtesy of, I paid for them, but George over at Viva Performance, he hooked it up because these are vanilla performance wheels and they are rarer than hen's teeth in the Volvo community, especially for the P2 generations, because you can't buy them anymore. They're discontinued, but George knows the factory. He ran a set. I said, I gotta have a set of them. He ran a bunch of sets. There's a couple of them over on their website. If you want them, go check them out. This isn't a paid promotion. I paid for these wheels and I just think that they're awesome and they're really good. They look incredible on this car. So if you want, go check them out and go pick up a set. Tonight is all about my M3. I'm gonna go to my local garage where I have it stored and I'm gonna try to start it up again. And I'm also gonna try to reflash it because it's just illegal in New Jersey, unfortunately. And when I get there, I'm going to explain why. Because, you know, I miss the car and I really want to drive it, but unfortunately, because of everything that's going on right now, I can't. So, let's head over there and I will explain. I mean, the lighting is not good, but check it out, guys. I mean, she looks so good. Super dirty, but man, those wheels just make this car look so good. It looks amazing, super aggressive. Love it, absolutely love it. But the real reason we're here is this dirty girl, unfortunately. And I actually just got this new detailing spray from Turtle Wax and my God, does it work? I mean, I'll go over it in another video, but this is waterless wash just from this one panel. I wanted to do it on this area just because, you know, I'm getting more into detailing as we go, but it's filthy. And then the gloss and no like scratching. I mean, there is no swirling like at all from that. I mean, it's amazing. Now, the reason why I did that is because I'm actually going to do a compound on this car and, you know, do a full detail. So if there's some swirling, it's going to come out anyway. But I mean, this is original swirling just from previous owner slash other owners slash other washes. So like it just happens over time. It's a car from 2011. It's almost a 10-year-old car. Of course, there's gonna be swirls in it, but she's super dirty. The reason why this thing is illegal right now, yeah. The reason why this thing is illegal has to do with the exhaust. Now, the previous owner of this car, he lives in one of the Carolinas. I believe it was South Carolina. I forget honestly at this point because it's been months and given the current situation in the world, my brain is fried. What happened was he had an Akrapovic exhaust on this car and it was catless. Now, you can't be catless here in New Jersey because it's just illegal by New Jersey standards. So what I asked him to do was, before I bought the car from him, was, hey, could you take the Akrapovic exhaust off? I can't, one, afford it, and two, it's not gonna fly here in New Jersey. So he very nicely took it off and installed the OEM exhaust, which has all the cats, all the mufflers, and blah, blah, blah. Makes the car sound like a bit of a vacuum cleaner, but it's not legal in another sense. So the OEM exhaust went back on, but there's a whole other side to this thing because this thing is supercharged with an ESS 625 kit. And what that means is when you run catless and you get the ESS 625 software from ESS Tuning, you have the option of having the OBD2 codes not necessarily removed, but just not firing. So what they did is they just didn't have them fire because they don't check for it in South Carolina. So why have them on the car? So when I went to the DMV to get this thing inspected, lo and behold, they put it on the OBD2 reader and it couldn't even read anything because the OBD2 codes weren't firing. So I have my laptop, I'm gonna try to plug it in and get the data that I need, send it to ESS, reflash this thing with the readiness codes so that I can bring it back to the DMV. Then there's another thing, because there's nobody here because of what's going on in the world, and the DMV is closed. So I can't get this thing legal for a while. I bought this car in December. I've put a grand total of 202 miles on it, and that's just sad. It was like at a high 77,000 miles when I got it. It just clicked over 78, and it's basically just been sitting here the whole time, which sucks because this car is awesome. I want to drive it. I want to drive my V70R. I want to drive so many places and just do so many things. I was planning to take this car to the track this year to show you guys. I was planning to take this car to, you know, the drag strip to show you guys. I was planning to take this car to an autocross. You know, race Chad, he has a Mustang now. Race Hansen, he has a Veloster N. You know, I think this thing is probably the fastest in a straight line that we have right now. But, you know, I think those three cars really at an autocross or a track day would be a really interesting matchup because this is heavy, it has a lot of power. Chad's car's a little lighter, is manual, and Hansen's is manual, but it's super light compared to those other two cars. So it's a really cool matchup between the three. And we just haven't had a chance to do it, unfortunately. That car got beat by the Mustang handily in a straight line, but I still think that we can probably take Chad with a little bit of tuning. Yeah, so that's the real story as to why this thing hasn't been on the road. And I'm sorry, this is just me talking at the camera a lot. I know that a lot of my videos are like that within the last year, but can't really do anything about it here in 2020. So unfortunately, that's the reason why this M3 is illegal right now. And basically I have to come here at night to take it for drives around the area. Hopefully no cops see me because I need to keep the battery going. I need to keep the car moving. So every week or two I come over and just kind of do that. You know, it's a really, you know, bummer situation, but you know, that's the way it is. When we sell my wife's CRV, then hopefully I can bring this over to my house and have it there a little bit more and do a couple more videos because there's a lot I want to do to this car. I want to wrap it. I want to update the wheels. I want to do a full detail on it. I want to raise the suspension. So all this like DIY stuff I want to show you guys, but I just can't right now, and it kind of blows, to be quite honest. But right now I'm gonna go grab my laptop, we're gonna throw it on the M3, and we're gonna see if we can get what we need from the ESS tuning software, and then go for a quick drive, and that's it. Well, the hits just keep on coming because I just went for a drive. I wanted to make sure that the battery was good. The car started up just fine, and the problem is I went to go to ignition 2 right where the ESS tuning software says you should be, and I got a battery charge low signal. So what that means is the battery is not charged enough to do this because the flash, or at least the reading of this, could take 2 to 40 minutes, and you cannot have your car shut off or the computer shut off during that time. You may brick the car. So I'm not comfortable doing that at all. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a portable, basically battery tender, or one of those solar battery chargers. I'm gonna bring it back, I'm gonna hook it up, make sure that the battery has full charge for as long as needed, and then I'm gonna flash this thing, and then we'll do this again. However, it doesn't really matter because no DMV is open, and they won't be for the next month and a half. So this thing is gonna stay parked here for a little while, and that sort of sucks. But yeah, this is turning into a really crummy update video. But I drove the car, and she drives really nice, and it's an absolute rocket. This thing is so fast. This is the fastest car I've ever owned by a country mile. The R is quick. It's not even close to being as quick as this thing. This R would need a sleeved block, a huge turbo, and all that stuff just to even keep up with this thing. The supercharger in this thing just makes it fly, and I can't wait to get this thing back on the road so I can take it to a track to see how fast it is. I think this thing could run low 11s. Chad and I were talking about this the other night. about what he wants to do with his Mustang and how fast this thing is as it sits. I think this thing could run under 11.5 in the quarter mile, which is pretty bonkers. It ran a 12.94 when it was new, and Car and Driver tested it, and it was running a 12.94 with the DCT. I don't remember how many miles per hour it was, but it's a quick car stock. I mean, it's not like the fastest car on earth, but it's pretty quick. So yeah, I think that this thing could run 11s, maybe even close to a 10. I don't think it'll run 10s, but maybe in the low 11s, 11.2, 11.5, I think it could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna clean it up just a little bit more, I think, and just let it sit. But yeah, sorry I can't bring you more because thanks, pandemic. And go. You guys didn't think I was gonna leave you hanging, did you? I'd never leave you hanging in a garage. Come on. Is this amateur hour? Well, back home. Sort of bummed. I don't know, this whole thing has got me a little bummed out. Like, I can't make good videos for you guys if I'm just driving to my M3 to start it and go drive in the dark. Like, I can't make a video about that. There's only so many shots I can do of a Speedo going, oh, go, go, go. Like, that's a stupid video. Like, I want to make an actually good video for you guys. So, yeah. I mean, the detail wax did pretty good on this. I tried it on this one panel with the V70R. Came out pretty nice. Yeah. Not too shabby. I am going to re-ceramic coat this car. I'm going to redo a full detail on this thing. It's sort of it needs it. I try to do it every year. Last year I had Kyle Pansis do it, and he did a really nice job. But yeah, I want to do it again. I'm going to get the front bumper redone, so I guess what I can do right now is just tell you what I'm going to do with this car in the coming months. I am going to get the bumper repainted. I'm going to get new fog lights, and they're going to be put in. And the exterior of this car is going to be pretty much done. Right up there is a box full of aesthetics. So what I'm going to do is install all that, and also up there is the Sweet Source air filter. You probably saw that in the last video with the wheel install. So that's good. That is now going to be in. By the time you see this video, it's in and it's done. But the rest of those aesthetics I'm going to do. I'm going to re-compound, do this whole thing again, ceramic coat this car. And this car is done. If you haven't seen that video, did a ceramic coating on the XC90 and it came out really nice. That's pretty much it for the exterior of this car. I do have some mirror caps here that I got from a local guy. He's a friend of mine, Scott Jordan. Shout out to Scott. He gave me some black mirror caps. I'm going to spray paint them silver to match the wheels. So I think they're going to look really nice. I'm going to put a gloss coat on it so it's going to look a little bit more OEM than normal. But that's pretty much it. And this car is like literally done on the exterior. The only thing left to do after that is get new trim. Now I have some trim with a friend of mine named Connor. It's just sitting with him in Maryland. So yeah, I don't know when I'm gonna get those, but I'll end up getting them at some point. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The exterior of this car is done. The other news about this is I'm not going to redo the interior on this car again for a while, mainly because this is my daily driver and I'm transporting mulch and kids and all sorts of stuff in this car, and the interior is just going to get really dirty and really nicked up again. So I'm going to drive it as is for the next year or two. Hopefully after that, if I don't sell it, which I shouldn't, because unless somebody's going to offer me 30 grand for this car, I'm not selling it. I then can start thinking about restoring the interior, especially because we're building the 240, because that's going to have a fully updated interior, you know, a big just restoration inside and out, and I think it's going to look really, really cool. So that's it for this car. That's it for the M3 for a little while. I need to reflash the car another time. I'm going to get that battery tender and put it on, and I'll actually make the car legal. And then hopefully by that time the DMVs can open up and I can drive that car legally here in New Jersey. I apologize for making a video that's not really that entertaining, but this is what we got right now during this pandemic. So I hope all of you are staying healthy and happy and safe. And that will do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Gregson. If you want to follow us on Instagram or Facebook, it is at Shifting Lanes. We're going to be reposting these videos on Facebook and on Instagram. So if you miss it here on YouTube, you can catch it anywhere else that we are. So go follow us on all of those other channels, and you can follow me at RealGregsonM on Instagram. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. See ya.